And he's going to talk about this table and tell us all the significance of each item that's on the table. So please give him your full attention. Okay, thank you. Colonel?
Good afternoon. As Mr. Romer said, my name is Colonel Stephen Landry, and I am a member of the United States Air Force. It is my honor here to join you on today, Veterans Day, to honor all of the veterans that have honorably served in the U.S. military. Before I begin today, I'd like to thank your principal, Mr. Romer, and all of the faculty and staff for inviting me here today. I ask that you please be silent for the next few minutes as we pay tribute to a set of veterans. The men and women, the men and women that never returned and are classified as missing in action. Currently, there are 972 service men and women from Maryland that are still listed as missing in action. 809 from World War II, 139 from the Korean War, 23 from Vietnam, and 1 member of the United States Air Force from the Cold War. As you entered the school and the cafeteria today, you may not have noticed 2 things that are significantly different. The first, at the entrance to the school, are stars hanging from the ceiling with over 120 names of veterans. These veterans are family members and friends of Sykesville Middle School faculty, staff, and students. The second thing you may have noticed is the table to my left. It is reserved to honor the special group of veterans I described earlier. A table similar to this one can be found in dining facilities on military installations throughout the world. And the ceremony you're about to witness is held at all formal functions in all branches of the service since the Vietnam War. Let me begin. Set for 1, the empty chair represents Americans who are missing from each of our military services: Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard. All are with us here in spirit. All Americans should never forget the brave men and women who answered our nation's call and served the cause of freedom and to defend our way of life. Let me explain the meaning of this table, and then join me for a moment of silence. The table is round to show our everlasting concern. The cloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to serve. The single red rose reminds us of their lives, reminds us of the lives of these Americans and their loved ones and friends who keep the faith while seeking answers. The yellow ribbon symbolizes our continued uncertainty, hope for their return, and determination to account for them. The slice of lemon reminds us of their bitter fate, captured and missing in a foreign land. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears of our missing and their families, who long for answers after decades of uncertainty. The lighted candle reflects our hope for their return, alive or dead. The Bible represents the strength gained through faith to sustain us. Those lost from our country, found as one nation under God. The glass is inverted to symbolize their inability to take a toast. their chair is missing, and they cannot be with us here today. Please join me for a moment of silence.